Hi, I'm Big Bear.
And I'm Baby Bear.
And this is take 157 of our latest video. Welcome to Brown Bear Wargaming. Run VT.
Boom, 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 boom.
Gentlemen, welcome to Warhammer Club. The first rule of Warhammer Club is, you do not talk about Warhammer Club. The second rule of Warhammer Club is, let's talk about Warhammer Club.
Hello and welcome back to Brown Bear Wargaming. This last month has been crazy. We've gained over 2,000 views and 169 subscribers. Thank you for joining us on our journey, and we've got so much more to tell you about. This is because we broke the first rule of Warhammer Club and actually started telling people that we have started the hobby.
To be honest, as a child, I wasn't too bothered about telling people about the hobby. I really enjoyed it and I liked showing off what I'd done. How have you found it, little bear?
Well, yeah, I've got lots of my friends into Warhammer. One of my friends has started a Tau army. One of my friends has started a Space Marine army. Yeah.
And you've even joined a Warhammer Club at school now, haven't you?
Yeah, I got my teacher to start a Warhammer Club.
And your head teacher's even joined us and subscribed, hasn't she? Hi, Miss Potter. As an adult, I've been quite quiet about getting back into the hobby, and I don't really know why. I'm certainly not ashamed of all the models and the painting and the things that I do. Maybe it's because it's a bit more of the nerdy, geeky side of things, but I don't think so. Maybe it's just the fact it's not something I've been able to share with people as much as some of the other things that I do hobby-wise, like DIY and barbecues, beer making, building our own pub shed. I don't know. At the start of December, we decided to make a conscious decision though, and share it all with our Facebook friends, Instagram buddies and beyond. And we have been met with such a positive response, it's been amazing. So much so that we had people who had never heard of the hobby suddenly start asking questions, and they were physically going into the store, partly to vote for our Armies on Parade entry, which we'll tell you more about later. We've had friends collect White Dwarf magazines from Facebook Marketplace that they picked up for free to donate to us. And we've even had friends and family take up the hobby. Over Christmas, Carl here started collecting Space Wolves, and you can see his painting so far. And also a big shout out to Uncle Jim Bear, who started collecting Ultramarines this year, and I am in absolute envy of his edge highlighting and his painting skills. I'm really impressed with what he's doing. To add to all of this, we were given a shout out on our first live stream that we ever attended, and giddy was an understatement. Little Bear was even found watching the live stream in bed late at night and was told to go to bed by the live stream.
Little Bear, wake up. Do you know how many subscribers we've got now?
No.
157.
What? Thanks, Pickle.
Little Bear, do you already know that by any chance?
No.
We've joined hobby Discord channels, private Facebook groups, and it's wonderful being able to share our journey with others.
We've even started an Instagram and TikTok account to show off all the new models that we've been painting.
So let's get back to when we first broke rule number 1 of Warhammer Club and told people about our hobby. We were given this amazing array of paints that you can see behind us from the Vallejo model colour range and the Foundry paint system. They came from a colleague at work whose husband collected model railways but hadn't touched them for years. A lot were not even opened, and it's given us so much more scope for painting our models now. Next up, we were given this mega bucket of minis. It contained a wide range of models, mostly traditional Napoleonic, Roman, Norman, and they were mostly made of lead. There was even a few Lord of the Rings characters in there. My favourite was this 1980s Citadel wizard, as well as this model that to me just looked like the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I've had worse. You liar! Come on, you p***.
Now most of these models we knew we would probably use, and they'd end up just sitting in a bit of a pile of shame, so what better to do with some of them but to take them to our good friend Mark down at Murfield Miniatures to see what we could trade for them.
I was on the hunt for some Orc vehicles, especially a Dakar jet, and this is what I got.
I was fortunate to pick up a few models myself, and not only that, Mark is still working out a total for the models we traded in. Once priced up, we'll visit again and collect some more models from his amazing store as a trade-in. For those that don't know, Murfield Miniatures is a hobby store based near Leeds. He buys in your old miniatures at 40% GW prices and he sells them at 50%. He does buy for cash at set times of the month, but also accepts trade-in for more models just like we did. He is an absolute pillar of the wargaming community in the north of England, and 90% of our models have actually come from his store.
Speaking of models, why don't we show you what we've collected this year? The best way to show this is Big Bear's entry to Armies on Parade.
Again, this is something we never planned on entering and it fell by chance. First off, there's some basic rules that you must adhere to. The board must be no larger than 24 by 24 inches. You must either use GW terrain or scratch built. All miniatures must be official products, including any conversions. And after saving lots of polystyrene over the last few months, I found this piece from a new TV as my starter and used it to create this rocky, cavey, crevicey place. I will admit I originally built it as terrain for a gaming board. It was just massive. Anyway, I started putting models that are painted this year onto the board and I couldn't quite believe how many models I'd put together, stripped, converted and painted this year. I was over the moon and so proud of the entry, especially as it wasn't really planned in advance. I got so many positive comments from people that visited the store, and we even had friends and family go in and vote for us that had never even heard of Warhammer. Little Bear here has got plans. He wants to enter next year's Armies on Parade with his Orc army. You've got an idea with a tiered system, don't you, Little Bear? Yeah. I was asked on a private Facebook group if I would do a video about how I built it. I didn't actually record anything, but if it's something you'd like, drop it in the comments below and I'm sure we can start to build something similar. I forgot to say, not only did I enter, but as you can see in the thumbnail, I came second! Woohoo!
Out of like 4 people.
No, there was 5. I know that this would never have happened if I hadn't opened up with broken rule number 1 of Warhammer Club and told people about Warhammer. Now Mummy Bear won't forgive me for showing you this, but she's actually caved a little bit and can see what we're doing in the hobby by getting us our own merch, Little Bear, with our own t-shirts, and I got my own merch wallet. Thank you, Mummy Bear. All merch is on its way. Little cousin Haribo Bear and Seth Bear, you should have t-shirts with you now for Christmas, but if not, then we can blame the postal system for it being a bit delayed.
Only 1 year on, and I can't believe how much we love this hobby. We've even created our own hobby area in the house right behind me. We've had games at clubs and at the local store, and we've even been to tournaments. In 2023 we want to play more games, we want to go to more tournaments and do a bit more hobbying, like painting and stuff like that. One game I really want to learn is Kill Team. Like and subscribe to see how we get on this year.
A massive thank you for continuing to watch us, not just this video, but throughout our hobby journey. What are your plans for the hobby this year? Have you ever been scared to break rule number 1 of Warhammer Club? Tell us in the comment section down below, and don't forget to visit our affiliate link at Wayland Games. Links for all our new social media platforms who joined are in the comment section down below. I've been Big Bear.
I've been Little Bear.
Happy gaming.